So how to count the number of appearances of the given word in the character vector? This is the exactly same question in the quiz 3, right? How to compute the number of the word appearance in the character vector. Okay. The logic that we learned in the previous model is that we can scan, let's say the word is this 1 by 3 is 3 characters. We'll scan all the three characters in order of your input sequence to see if it is a car or not, right? I hope that you're familiar with this syntax, this one. Okay, we used this one in the word find puzzle, right? And we used this syntax so many times, right? But you can solve this question simply using the two function. Okay, the function is do the exactly the same operation. If you put the character vector, there's a character vector here, and then your pattern here, then you'll get the number of appearance. That's why in the quiz 3, I ask you to not to use this two function. Okay, stffind is the search for the string for occurrence of the pattern. The output k is indicating the starting index. Okay, so that's why here, where is the car? Car is here, here. So the output of the index is the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So index is the 3, 10. Okay. So number of occurrence is just the count the number of element. Okay. Does it make sense? Okay. So how easy it is of this to solve this problem if you use this built-in function. But again, to improve your programming skill, you need to know this option 1. Okay. Once you know the option 1, you can easily get the option 2, option 3, because you're used to write these types of the script. But if you only know the option 2, options 3, you cannot write a script like option 1. Okay. Your actual problem is not that simple, right? So your actual problem is not the finding the single word in your pattern. It's much more complicated. So later you need to know how to write this types of the syntax to solve the actual problem. That's why I'm teaching this one, for the purpose of improving your programming skill. Make sense? Okay. I saw that some students already used this function to solve the word find puzzle. Yeah, so if you can use the string find, you can find the word in the given word vector. Okay. So here, this is the script for the word find puzzle. Okay. Our loop is read the column and the row vector from the puzzle. This part is to find out the location of the word. Okay. Okay. Rather than this inner loop, we can use the string find to directly test the presence and location of the test word in the given string. If there's a word, string find give us the index, the location of the first character. Okay. So here, string find, and then column vector transpose, because this should be the row vector, because the character vector is a row vector, and then because here is the word db is the numeric value, right? So that's why I convert it to the character vector. So if you put this one, it gives us in the first the location of the first character, That's why the location is id column, colon, and then id is the number of the character. Okay, so here we need to use this isEmpty built-in function because there's no word, nothing assigned to this variable. So basically id, if there's no word in this given column, this will become just empty vector. This isEmpty is to check that the value inside of your variable is empty or not. Okay, it's not empty. This means that there's a word in the given vector. Okay. Okay, now we are take a look at how the equality operator works. Okay. So what is this one? True, right? What is this one? True. Okay. What is this one? I think that many students are confusing this one. This one is true? No. Okay, that one is the true. Because AB is the character vector. So you're going to compare the AB. So these are the element-wise equality check. That's why this one become a vector. It's not a single true and false question, right? Okay, because these are the array. I keep saying the character vector is the array of the character. Okay, make sense? So what about this one? This one is the true. Why? AB double quote is a string scholar, is a single value. Okay, AB is a single value. These are the single value. That's why your answer is a 1, true or false. This one and this one are big different. Why? String is a string scholar. These are the string vector. Okay. This slide is a talk about this one. Okay. Make sense? Okay. Let's see the one by one. So character 1 is an enviro. Enviro is a 1 by 4 vector, right? Character 2 is a 1 by 4. That's why these are the element-wise equality check. That's why false, and equal, right? That's why you will get this vector. What about the character 1 and character 3? This one is the same value. That's why you'll see this one. What about the character 1, character 4? That is, this one is 1 by 2, character 1 is the 1 by 4. Adder, right? We cannot compare the different lengths of the vector, right? How can we compare the 4 value and then 2 value, right? We cannot do that, right? That's why it's give you an adder. Make sense? What about the character 2 and character 5? Character 2 and character 5. Only exception is you can compare with the one single value or the one single character. Okay, so in this case, character 2 is a ZOE. ZOE and then G, right? This one, this equality check for with a G, check for G with the individual character. Okay, make sense? Okay, these are the inequality check. So it's like a flip. Okay, make sense? But string is, again, the string is a single value. That's why this give us false, because A, hello is different. A and A are same. 1. String 1 is the A, string 4 is the A. These are still 0. Why? Again, A is not a single, although there's a single character, this one is a single value. A is a single value. That's why it gives us a 0. Okay? Here, this one is the same with this one. What about this result? Oh, no. What about the 1, 2? What about this result? 1, 0, right? Scholar and then multiple value, and then this one compare with the individual value. These are the same. These are compared with this value. This one compared with this value. That's why you will get the 1, 0, because the string 1, string 3 are same. Can you get this? Okay. So one thing I want to mention is that some students like this one, to check that character 1 and character 2 are same, do action. But these are this is syntax I didn't teach you. But this one is give us a kind of the vector, right? So another syntax is all the value is if you put the logical array as a condition statement. If this logical vector contained all the true, and then this action statements executed. That's why your code is your script is still working. But the better way is let's say use the string compare. Okay, is equal, or you can just string 1 and string 2. But in this case, some kind of the risk is the character 1 and character 2 is the same size. So I recommend you use this one. Or you can use this one. You can convert it to the character vector to the string, then compare. Okay? Does it make sense? This one is also confusing, but if you understand the character vector is the array, and the string scholar is a one single value, you can easily understand this part. Okay. Next topic is sprintf. Okay. Sprintf is to create the text using the same syntax used in the fprintf. Okay, fprintf is the printing out the string or the character vector on your command window. Sprintf is a print out your result, not print out. It's the storing this character vector or the string to your variable. Okay, so here, if you use let's say in the formatting spec, let's say here, in this case, this is a formatting text. The string 1 value putting here, string 2 putting here. That's why string 1 and 2 is AEG and 1 to 1. So you will get this one. But here, this is formatting text. I used this double quote. And then output is a string vector. String scholar. But if you use the sprintf welcome %s string 1 string 2, and then output is the character vector. Let's say AEG 1 to 1. Okay, single quote. Make sense? Okay. So plus operator in this example, plus operator do the same work, but the sprintf is sometimes useful when you print out the numeric result, because let's say if you use let's say percentage %d, you can print out the integer. So like converting the integer to the string or the character vector, or you're converting the real numeric value to the string. And there's some kind of the formatting text so that you can match the number of digits. So, but I'm not going to cover that part. That's not very much important. You will find out how to use fprintf and sprintf. They're same, because you know how to write a formatting text and then place your variable here. Okay. Okay. Here's the example. So I think you're already familiar with all this text. I just copy and paste the text from our poker game problem. Okay. So when you solve the poker game problem, you will see the error message. In the error message, say the card sequence. It's like this types of the card sequence. Actually, I wrote this script to generate those error message. Okay. I'm not going to explain this one, but I directly explained this code, because you are familiar with this all the card sequence and the integer card number. Okay, so card is a 7 integer number, right? These are the vector, right? So when you divide by the 4, is the integer number, and then round up the value to the positive infinite, that is a cell. And then that is a card number. Okay, let's do this. 1 by 4 cell is the 1. 2 divided by 4 cell, that's the 1. 3 divided by 4, that's the 1. 4 divided by 4 is a 1, right? These are the 1, right? 5 divided by 4, 1 point something, right? If you cell this value, that become a 2, right? Okay, so these are the card number. How we can get this suit symbol? Okay, that's a simple. So you can get the remainder. Okay, so here, so this suit is a character vector CDHS. And then remainder, so let's say number is a 1, remainder is a 1. Okay, so we use this card remain as an index to refer to access the value of this suit variable. Okay, so suit, so card ram give us a C. Okay, so ram is 2, that is the D. Ram, the card ram remainder is the 3. We can read the H. But the tricky part is let's say, what about the ram 4? That give us 0, but we are expecting this give it a 4, so that we are accessing this S. That's why we putting into this value. If the card ram is equal to 0, we are assigning the 4. That's why we can get the card suit. That is the character. Okay. Then how to generate this text? Okay. How to generate this text? Once you get the suit character, and then card number is the numeric value, we are going to use sprintf. Okay, but this is very important, very important for your quiz. Okay, very important for your quiz. Here, so how to generate this text? Okay, we make the loop structure here. Okay, then read the individual integer card number, and then get this card number and then suit. Let's say card number and suit, right? How to joining these numbers and then this character vector using the sprintf, right? And then print d is print out the, it's like a storing, there's a converting to the numeric value to the string. Then d is here, it's like a character putting into the s. S is the character. You can use the c or s, so whatever. It's the same. Okay. Then let's say if you're putting in this let's say if your cars is a 1 to 7, the first iteration is your card, II is equal to 1, that number is a 1. So card number is the 1, card RAM is the 1, right? So that's why card suit is it's a C, right? Okay. So if you run this, you will get 1C. And here I put the empty space. It's empty space. Okay. We are adding this string to the string card. String card is initialized is like an empty string. So we are adding. So now string card become a 1C empty space. Okay. Empty space like this. Okay. Here's empty space. Okay. And the second iteration, we get the 1D. So we are adding the 1D to the existing string. That's why we will get this one, empty space and empty space. Okay. We iterated this process 7 times. You will get this string. That's why you will see that this string in your error message. I actually generated this error message using this function. Okay. Does it make sense? Okay. Okay. But at the end, we did a minor revision. Why? So here we generate empty space to separating this card number. But at the end, we don't need this empty space, right? Okay. So how to remove this empty space? Again, this one is a single scholar. So to access this value, you need to use these curly braces. Okay, these curly braces, your value become like this. Empty space. You are accessing the last element and then put the empty. Assign this empty value. You can remove this space. That's why I finally get this one. Does it make sense? Okay. So if you don't want to use this string as printf, you can write a script like a cars string cars plus double string card num string card suit like this. Okay, empty. The same. This one is to give us This one's give us a number. So convert your numeric value to the string value. So if you do 1, it become a 1. This cursive is a character, right? If you convert the character to the string, you need to put the typecasting with the string. So this become a D. So 1D, empty space. Okay, you're replacing this to this part. Okay. There is some trick to solve generate this text, but it's doable, right? But this part is a little bit tricky. Okay. Or sometimes a more straightforward way is, let's say, if II is not equal to so 7 numel cards, okay, and do this process, else, okay, and you copy this one without this space, so that in the last iteration you're not printing out this empty space at the end. Okay, that's the one way to do that. Okay. Okay, this is another confusing topic. We learn about the typecasting, right? When the character do the typecasting with a double, it is a map to the equivalent numeric value, and vice versa. Okay, so what is the character 97? That is this one. So not this one, right? You should not confuse this one. Okay. Again, so what is this one? Double. This one is a never one, right? This some kind of another numeric value is a map to the one character equivalent to numbers of the one character, not the numeric value 1. Okay. What if we can convert the numeric value to the string? Okay. Here the 75. Okay. If you want to convert the numeric value to the string, you can use just the string. We already saw it here, right? But if you want to convert the character vector, like this one, you need to use the num to string. Okay, can you see the difference? Okay. Okay. This one is the one, is a character of the 1, right? How can we convert the 1? This is a numeric value. Okay. That is, you need to use the num to string. Okay. Why? If you do this, this is not 1. Why? This one is a map to the equivalent numbers of this one character. Okay? That's why we need the num to string. Okay? Does it make sense? What about the num2? Num2 is it's a big number, right? So if you do the characters of num2, what is this one? It's a symbol. Equivalent symbol. So all the characters has on the equivalent numeric value. So you will get this character. But if you use the num to string, you will get this one. Okay. If you use the typecasting with a string, you can still get this string number. Okay, does it make sense? Okay. Okay, how to convert the character to the number. Okay, so let's say here character 1 is ABCD. That is the character vector. So if you do the double, this one become a vector that contain the equivalent numeric value like this. Okay, but how about the string? What is the string to double? String to double is to convert the string or character vector contain the number to the number array. But here ABCD is not a number, so if you try to convert this characters, the alphabet, to the number, you will see that this NaN, that is not a number. Okay, but if you here character 2 is 6789110. If you convert this character vector to the number, that is you need to use a string to double. Okay, makes sense. Again, your character vectors contain only the numeric value, and then if you use the string to double, you will get the one single number. Okay, does it make sense? Okay, so here's the question. What is this one? That is the numeric array that the first element is equivalent to numeric values of this one. Second value is this one, 8, this one, 9, this one, 1, this one, 0, this one. Okay, numeric value. Okay, this will not become this one. Okay, this is extremely confusing, I know, but you can refer this slide. And then to pick a right function, num to string, typecasting a num to string. Okay, to convert the types of convert the value that you want. Okay. I think the reason why this one is extremely confusing is when you convert the characters to the number, so that is so let's say for instance here, if you convert this one, double 1, 2, 3, this not become a 1, 2, 3. That's why we are confused, right? Because these are the character vector. If you double, this one is a map to the equivalent to numeric value. So these are become a numeric array. Okay, that's why we are confused. But whenever you're confused, please refer this slide. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. Here's the last example in this lectures and in this course. Okay. Create a function named countNum to count the appearance of the given digit in a single numeric number. Okay. The digits should be within the 0 and 9. For instance, here again, these are the numeric value. It's a numeric value. It's not a character vector. It's not a string. Okay, numeric vector. It gives us 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Right. So 2, 1, 2. Okay. How to write this code? Okay. So we learn how to use the count, right? But the count function accept the string or the character vector as an input, right? So to use this count, we need to convert your number to the string. Okay, how to convert this one to this one. This one is a never, not this one. Okay, not this one. Okay, this one is you're getting some strange character. Okay, so this one is read okay, please finding out the character that has equivalent number is this one. Okay, that's why we need to use the num2string. Let's go back to this slide. Num2string is here. Number is the 75. If you put the num2string, you will get this number, right? So to get this one, it's like making a character vector input. You need to use the num2string. Then num2string your digit, and then you will get, let's say for instance this example, this become like this. So if you use this count built-in function, you will get this number. Okay. Again, these types of the built-in function accept the character vector or the string scholar. So you can directly convert your number to the string like this. You can use the string typecasting. Then your number become a double quote like this. So if you're putting in, you still get the count D. Okay? Make sense? Okay. The way convert the numeric value to the character vector, you need to use the num2string, not this one. The way of converting the numeric value to the string is to use the string typecasting using string. Okay. And finally, this is the way of solve this problem without using the built-in function. Okay. So not the built-in function, not using this count function. Okay, we first convert the number to the character vector. Once we get this character vector, and then we also get the character of the digit. Okay, we can use this equality operator. Okay, we use this equality operator, we will get this logical vector. So number of the appearance is the summation of this one. Get the count D. Okay. Do you understand when do we use the num2string? Okay. Okay, this one is it looks like a numeric operation, but the way of solving this problem is like dealing with this number as a single number as a number character, and then just the count of the appearance. Okay. Again, as always mentioned, you can solve this problem using the loop and an if statement. Actually, all examples in this model can be solved using the loop and if. But although it takes time to get used to use the operators and then built-in function to vectorize your code to improve your programming skills in MATLAB, even in the other programming language. Okay. This text manipulation lecture is very confusing. Okay, but if you get the core ideas how it works of this string data type, I think you can apply some kind of programming logic that you use in the previous model easily. Okay, this is the last lecture in this course, and good luck with your quiz. Bye.